Hi. It's... Wow. First off, it's been a weird week. Started off with a blackout. Completely knocked out everything in Largo. Everything dead. No, just all... They're saying it was a solar flare, but I have a feeling it was something completely different. But, and in case you didn't notice, my stutter also completely disappeared over the week. Let's start with, I should also I also saved somebody. I was in the park, in Largo Park, and I saw this guy walk by, and he dropped these keys, right? And I went over, and I picked them up. I was going to hand them to him, and then I suddenly knew that he had kidnapped someone, that he was torturing them, and that he had them tied up in his closet. No idea how I knew this. I just knew it, and I instantly got mad, and I attacked him. It was, God, it was maybe 8 at night, and I was just, I jumped him and knocked him down and started wailing on him. I don't even remember what I said. I just kept wailing on him, and I got to the point where he could barely even move. And I came to my senses, and I called the police, telling them that there was a kidnapper in Largo Park, and to call an ambulance, and to bring an ambulance. They started asking why, and I kind of avoided it as much as possible. But I left immediately, still clutching the keys, and I knew I had to get to my apartment complex. I knew she was there somewhere. And the woman who he had kidnapped was there somewhere. And as I was pulling in, right after I parked, and I was running up the stairs, and then that's when everything went dark. It was 8:30 at night. Sun had just gone down, and it was dark. I've lived in this city all my life. It's never been that dark here before. At least not since, it became a city. But they were saying that it was a solar flare that caused it, localized a solar flare, and I don't believe that for a second. Largo it's not tiny, but it's not a very large town. It's more of a suburb, really. It's small. There's not much there, And it was only in Largo. It didn't even go, it went a little bit into Clearwater, but like downtown Clearwater was still all lit up. It was weird, because you could see lights on the horizon, well, where they weren't being blocked by buildings, but like down East Bay, you could see lights, but it was just weird. And I broke into the guy's apartment, and all the confusion caused by the blackout. I broke into the guy's apartment. It was on the other side of the building from mine, and I was looking around, and then I started hearing muffled sounds coming from the closet, exactly where I thought she'd be, you know. And I opened it, and she was beaten up pretty bad, but the look on her face, it's impossible to describe, really. Pure relief at seeing me, and anger at the guy who had kidnapped her, you know. And so I untied her, and she started like out the door, and she started to leave, you know, but before she got out the door, she turned to me, and she was like, she said, she told me why he had kidnapped her, or at least why, some of the things he said, and according to her, he had told her that he had kidnapped her and beaten her because she wasn't real, because she shouldn't exist, and he would prove that she didn't exist, and that all of them didn't exist. I just have the worst feeling that this could be somehow tied to this whole evolved humans thing. And I mean, if finding people is my power, then I don't know what. I mean, I have no idea what I could possibly, you know, do to, you know... Is that my phone? Hello? Yeah. Yeah, this is Sam. Okay. Zane Taylor? Okay. Suresh, I know. I've got to go. I'll call you back. Bye. I guess my pal. I just got a bad feeling about the same Taylor guy. Just in the pit of my gut. I don't think he's who he says he is. I'll update next week.